Yay, I did it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the writer's room. I feel like it's been a while. I don't even know when the last. Did we do it in July? I don't even know.
I think so.
I feel like we did.
Did we?
Yes.
I was moving, so I don't even remember.
I feel like it's been 3 months.
We did the
I thought it was
poetry
pretty
one.
weird.
Didn't we do another poetry one? Or no,
No.
we did the thing where we wrote the stories from the town, from Small Town World.
Yeah, you're right. It feels like a long time ago.
It's the Trump administration. It does it to you. Makes it feel
Yes, we are here, and we have Laura and Nettles today to workshop a story. So we're going to go around and introduce ourselves, and then we will let Laura tell us what she needs from us.
Everything.
Tiffany.
Hello. I'm Tiffany from the time of 1722, before there was internet. Most so because my internet company is janky. So
is it janky or is it incompetent?
Yeah.
It's a little bit of both. My father
little column A, little column B.
So my father thinks, because he said somebody told him something about it was vandalism and someone stole like the copper out of one of the boxes, which is why we can't do it. My father doesn't believe that. He doesn't know how they would even know that that's what happened. But my father's also joking that the reason they can't fix it is because they need some part and they can't get it into the country because of the tariffs. So we don't know. It may be another 3.5 years before we get internet. Who knows?
Lord.
I generally write contemporary romance, and I'm here. There you go.
Me. I am Laura. Hi. I am officially enrolled in 2 writing courses.
Yay!
So they start September 3rd and September 11th. So my first ever creative writing classes. Yeah. So I am excited.
Yay.
That's major.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. That's gonna be so much fun.
They're for a certificate. They're not for a
That's okay.
Degree.
diploma.
Yeah.
But hopefully the goal is to get letters of recommendation from these professors so I can apply for an MFA.
For an MFA. Good.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, let me say, like, I still think the certificates are where it's at. Like, if I could go back and redo one of my master's as a certificate, the student loans would be lower. But anyway, that is a story for another day. But I'm excited for you. That's major. Yay. Hi, I'm Barrett. I used to do videos here. Might again in the future. Who knows? Never know with me. It's kind of like the brand here. It's sort of, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. I am at work today. If you are from the University of Boulder, this is my lunch. So surprise. Let's see. I work in higher ed. I will be pursuing a doctorate, Laura, starting next spring. So I'll be doing that with you. So I'll hate my life. And yeah, and then I like to hang out with these two and do writerly thingsies with you all whenever we show up for it, which is regularly.
Yeah.
Okay, Morgan, you.
And I'm Morgan Lee. You're here on my channel. I'm still doing my challenge, but I haven't posted any vlogs. But it's still happening. You'll get a vlog sometime about how it's going. So we'll go through the comments and say hello. Margaret was in here early. Hello, Margaret. Probably transporting boxes of books to a friend's. I miss you guys. Wonder what you'll discuss today.
Laura.
And Eva's here. And Barrett's in chat.
I didn't realize about the crown, so I got a little crazy.
Yeah.
I just started talking, so I was like, ooh.
Why am I still over here waving at people?
Why are you still what?
I'm over here waving at people, like y'all can see me.
We feel the energy of the wave.
It's a holiday. So, I know, I do love Tiffany's avatar.
I found it on Pinterest. It's a Black Wonder Woman, and I thought, what the hey?
I'm loving it.
Victoria's here. Hello.
Since I've seen you.
Missed the last writer's room.
That's okay.
Like the lamp.
I ordered some for work too.
My shirt says inclusion matters because it does.
Yes. I just ordered a hoodie that says equality is, what does it say? Equality is not, I don't know, something similar.
Optional?
No, it was something like does not impact you, or it was a big, I've got several FU sweatshirts in my checkout right now. I don't know. I was in a mood.
I told my husband we can relocate to Denver now that Barrett is there.
Please do. Please do. It's so fun. I love it here.
I'm going to check back with you in January.
And please
then
move
you'll be in the heart of winter.
Please move to the retirement community, by the way, between Pat, my 92-year-old neighbor on one side, and Sheila Tequila on the other, because they are a hoot. Yes, please. Sure. Yeah. Yes.
Me too for what? A recommendation?
To get into a program, probably like letters of rec for someone's writing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, totally, for sure. No.
Dr. Barrett, come back. I 100% waved goodbye to my screen before I closed my tab.
All the time. I haven't done that yet, but I've heard about it. So I may have to. I have to unpack first.
I haven't done what?
Step one, unpack.
Geocaching?
Geocaching?
Oh.
I've done that at summer camp.
So.
My phone is small. I can't read any of the
We'll read it for you. We'll be your interpreters. Yeah. No, that's not the goal. That's not the goal. Although I do want to buy Pat's unit. I told Rick, because Pat's unit overlooks the mountains. Like Pat's unit is between us and the Front Range. So I told Rick, I was like, we just want to end up being first option on Pat's unit. So, but her kids don't want it. We already established that. And she loves Briley. So I'm like, there's our in.
Nice.
Such a walkable area compared to here.
It is.
Concurs.
And he hasn't even gone up into the mountains and like really explored yet.
No, I have not. And yes, I remember that too. That furniture store has closed, by the way. They closed that furniture store. Sadly.
Tiff, are you moving to Denver too?
Oh, yes. Both should.
Dude, my family threatens to kidnap me every time I go visit. So would it be a move or would it be forced proximity? We don't know.
I was going to say, it sounds like the kidnapping runs in the family. Right. By it, honestly.
Like one year, I think I was supposed to leave like on Tuesday, and I was mentioning I need to check into my my flight like on Monday, and they were like, or you could call and see if it costs anything to extend it. Let's do that. And they just picked up the phone and started calling.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Laura.
We need to get on topic because we got an hour, less than an hour now, because Laura has an appointment after.
Yeah, Laura, what's going on? Tell us the things.
Okay, I have a Dark Academia. The first chapter has been edited a lot now. I'm still drafting chapter 2, but yes. So my questions are about the interiority of the main character. Is it working? Is it too much? Is it too little? Does the prose feel fancy enough for Dark Academia? Too fancy? Like too purple? Is it dragging and making you be like, peace out? Kind of things like that. So,
Right.
yeah.
Let me. I'm gonna log in under a false account.
Did we all have a chance to read the rewritten version? What did you say, Tiffany?
I was trying to think if I've ever read a Dark Academia. You have to answer
I
this.
have not.
The only one I think I've read was the Alexa Dawn's one, if that counts as
Oh.
Dark Academia. That would be the only one I read. And then I don't know if this counts, Laura, but my friend at work, or the person that works on my team at work, just did Dark Academia inspired Office. So it's Hunter Green with like gold stars, and like it is the
Ooh.
most moody, amazing, fun Office. So anyway, that's totally off topic. Okay. Yes, I did read, and I'm in the document now. Sorry. And by the way, I am the person in there under the name you don't know. Everyone.
It just says
What?
anonymous leopard and anonymous jackal.
There you go. I'm one of them. So, okay. Yes.
Do we want to read some?
Yeah, do you want to read
Sure.
like
Audience.
a little bit?
Okay.
Okay.
Shall I share my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get this all situated. Come on, zoom. Thank you. Oh. It doesn't want me to zoom that way. Whatever. Okay. Share screen. So this is a brand new opening.
To see.
Oh, somebody has it highlighted.
Oh gosh, what does that mean? For presenting, remove other media.
I'm making it bigger. Sorry. It's me.
Add to stage. Oh.
Make this bigger. Zoom. Oh, here we go. Now I see. Okay.
Alright. So, I don't know how much I'll be able to read. Let's see. Come back. That is not I just lost the window. There it is. Okay. So here's my new opening. And it's March 7th, 1850, Llanfelix, Wales. I can read. Alright, trigger warning for gore and a demon kissing a minor. My mother's intestines plastered the wall, her dark gore dripping into the rug that I recently cleaned. I'll never be able to get that stain out. She never taught me how to get blood out of wool. Mom. An otherworldly chill crawled across my skin, freezing the splattered blood on my long-sleeved shirt. Time had stopped, preserving the massacre in the room. And me. Tristan Davies, just 12 years old. My body shuddered at that voice. Not human. Each syllable grated like jagged nails on Mr. Bedoy's classroom chalkboard. How? Who? My tongue stuck to the roof of my mouth, my dry mouth, tasting of bitter despair. I know all, about all. The huge mass of shadow slowly rotated in the center of the room, tendrils of smoke smelling of brimstone wrapping around each other, becoming more solid. But my name is too pure, too sacred for your lips. A bare foot stepped from the darkness, its skin whiter than sea foam and glowing bright as lightning. White feather wings bloomed behind the tall naked man. He was so beautiful, as if straight out of a stained glass window. He had to be holy. But the shadows. What are you? Prickles ran across my skin as its eyes took in my terrified face. My muscles spasmed as its excess power crackled and soaked into me. What I am has many names in many tongues. Seraphim, angel, virtue, morning light. I'm here to grant you entrance into heaven. It came towards me, moving smooth and calculated like a lead dancer, but I didn't know the steps of this waltz. There is, of course, a prerequisite, child, a small ritual. My mind reeled, the stench of sulfur dissipating into something sugary, tempting, but the frozen clothes sapped the heat from my body, leaving me paralyzed and helpless. Only my mouth and eyes could move. He's a holy angel. But he killed Mom. She's in so many pieces. He was those shadows, right? Or did he vanquish the shadows and take their place? The being lit the room with a flash of energy. I slammed my eyes shut, but not before I saw the blue-white light glinting off my mother's wet bones. She's dead, like Dad is. Is she with him now? I'll reunite you with your mother, little Tristan. I just need to extract your soul and carry it through the holiest of veils. I cracked my blood-soaked eyes open. The being was mere centimeters from my face, large blue eyes so mesmerizing and deep I could fall into them forever. His pupils quavered, dilating slightly. My terrified face reflected back at me in them. Don't you want to be with Mummy, dearest? Mom. An ache in the pit of my stomach clenched, vomit splashing onto the wool rug. I'll never get it clean. May I have your soul, Tristan? He's already taken Mother's. Her kind eyes and warm hugs. The taste of frozen blood on my lips jolted me. Is it hers or mine? I can't trust this thing. It killed her. Or did it? I'm so tired. How can something so beautiful be evil? Is it evil? Cool fingers caressing my blonde hair, turning the strands that fell in my eyes white. Say yes. I'll never feel Mom's fingers in my hair again if I don't agree. Never hear her say my name. Hug her. Yes. The being smiled gently, then bent down his head, cold lips meeting my own. A kiss. My first. You're so beautiful. I trust you. Something slid into my mouth. It was thick, slimy, and sweet. Don't choke, Tristan. Let him take you to Mom. It slid down my throat and beyond, like a grass snake. I gagged and choked, unable to breathe around it. His eyes morphed, briefly flashing from the heavenly blue to bile yellow with horizontal goat pupils. The world spun, colors draining and darkening. The very core of my being was being pulled, tugged up through my insides as if being drunk by this creature. Each time the angel sipped, he groaned, and I cried in pain. Fingers were in my hair, angling my head to deepen the connection. My insides were cracking, like Mom's china. An explosion sounded behind me. Beelzebub, I command you in the name of Christ to leave this boy, yelled a man. The world faded to darkness as I choked on the retracting tongue and my tears. And that's the opening.
Wowza.
Yeah.
So, where do you want us to start?
Anywhere.
I mean, like, so did both of you say you weren't sure about, because like at least in the dark academia thing, I'll say on my limited reading experience, I would say hard yes. But that would be just based on like the themes, like the moodiness themes, architecture, right? Like the basic things that are hit on in the, oh, hello. That are hit on in the, as you're reading through the story, right? I took some notes, so hang on just a second. Let me see what I wrote here.
It cut the next scene cuts to a time skip, and we arrive at the school for the dark academia and academia stuff.
Yeah, so I just said, you know, for me, I think what I'm looking for going forward is just anything that might include like regret, specifically the occult, any kind of, but you already nailed like atmospheric description, right? Like I think like the atmospheric description is perfect, the moodiness is perfect, like setting the scene, and giving me the theme of knowledge, right? Of like what I need to know going into the story. And then as far as like the protagonist's quest or what they're working towards, or at least what I got from the one story I've read, Dark Academia, is some sort of either redemption or revenge. So one like extreme of that sliding scale. So I don't know which way that will go. But either way of that. And then of course there's like and I don't quite know how to like verbalize this, but is it existentialism? But like there's like a bigger thing going on than what we're talking about in the story. Is that right? Or does that seem right for like the theme or like the genre? And so if so, then
a lot of dark academia is commentary on like real world.
a bigger thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So like for me at least, that setup would have led towards, if that's the parameter from what I took from that one book. So again, one story, can't base it on a lot, but from that one, then for me, this would feed that part really well, I thought.
Yeah.
But again, Tiff, Morgan, take it away. Those were my takeaways from like reading Alexa's book on dark academia, and kind of the themes I took from that story were like major architecture, like lots of moodiness, like lots of talking on the commentary that was larger than the story she was talking about. And then the kind of occult undertone, although in that story it's not like actually a part of the story, but it's still something that's like briefly mentioned. So it's like, I don't know if that has to be in the story or if that's just, so I don't know what's an element, I guess, or you know what I mean, counts as an element. So
It's an optional element.
okay, right. So I don't know. I just thought, like, for me, I thought it set it up really well. But what do I know?
Cool.
I agree. I haven't read any Dark Academia, but I've been trying to write one. So I've been reading up on like studying Dark Academia. So I feel like it really fits that tone. I like the imagery of like in the rest of the chapter of the scene setting and the description of the school and the atmosphere. Like I feel all of that, all of the atmospheric stuff is there, as well as the setup for the commentary. I don't know if it's going to be like, I assume it's going to be like a commentary of Christianity as well as a commentary on, well, that's basically what I feel like being set up.
Yeah.
So I think that works really well. We read the first part, the first edition on the
before the rewrite, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like the added
Locked.
the opening, the childhood opening, because I felt like it made his character more, I guess, relatable. Not relatable, but like, what's the word?
Did it feel like it gave them or gave you like a baseline?
Yeah, like I knew him a little bit more.
Right.
Because I knew where he came from, and I knew like, okay, so it's setting up like why he's at the school, what happened before that kind of like pushed him into the direction of studying demonology.
Yeah.
And then made me like feel for him a little bit more because it gave me a reason he was doing things. And then I like the little touches because in the opening it was about like the wool. He can't get the stain out of the wool. And then I think later on he's wearing gloves or he touches something and it's wool. So I like that little callback to like his childhood where he's like still remembering things that happened in his past. Yeah, so I thought, because you mentioned interiority of Tristan, and I thought that was really nice. I thought it was balanced, and I got to see little moments of him as a character as he's interacting with everything going on around him. So those are my takeaways. Tiffany?
Yeah.
I didn't feel like it dragged. And I didn't excuse me. I did remember that we had read part of this before, but I didn't know if we'd read it on writer's room or if you'd just send it to me. So I agree with Morgan. I did like seeing his childhood and kind of understanding a little bit more of why he's there at the school. And I don't think that it gave, I'm always that person who wants to know more about the character, who wants to know like what drives them and what, gives them the purpose for the story. So for me, it wasn't too much of like his perspective and his thought process of what was going on.
Okay. So, somebody pointed out that interiority shouldn't be italicized. It should be part of the main prose. But my main prose is past tense and his interiority is present tense. So, any thoughts on that?
Is that like a stylistic opinion or like a right and wrong opinion?
Right.
Because like I always did interiority as italics. So I don't know. Because it's happening now. Like I get, because you can't do interiority in the past.
Right.
In the, I don't know. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other opinions?
I mean, I have a little bit. I wrote a few things on the purple thing, but it is only from my book. I mean, it's not necessarily my feelings. However, it is something that now that I've joined a book club here, that I have taken in opinions of other readers. And so I am going to relate some of what I've heard over and over and over the last few weeks in book club, that I'm like, oh, this is quite helpful as a writer. Hearing what these casual readers do say. So on the purple front, I actually didn't think that anything was too purpley for me. I thought it was good. But here's what I would say, seeing this purple stuff. So on the purple front, I think I thought all of it was like really rich and descriptive. The phrases that I think when I think of my book club ladies that might pick this up, right? And then get stuck on certain phrases, the phrases that would slow them down would be, and I noted them exactly, that was what I was highlighting. So snowy Gothic architecture of pointed arches, right? I love it, think it's perfect, would not change it. However, for certain people, when they're reading, those are the kinds of things where I noticed we were reading, what was the, Reese Witherspoon made the movie Elephants.
Water for Elephants.
Yes, we just read this. Super flowery, prosy writing, right? But when we were reading together, I noticed several of them were talking about how certain things slowed down their reading. And it was interesting to me. It didn't slow me down, but it did them. So it makes me think that if people aren't used to a certain type of writing or aren't used to a certain type of theme or genre or whatever, it might slow them down. So the only reason I pointed that one out, Laura, is I'm used to catching now when readers aren't used to a certain type of prose or whatever, they might get caught up.
Like a sentence structure?
Basically, right? Like, or a cadence. Does that make sense? Like the way a flow goes. The other one that jumped out at me, and I love this one, do not change this, but whale bones, ocean air howling through them. Love that, right? But again, those are times where someone else is going to stop and like think you're being they're going to
literal.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Instead of trying to just keep reading and enjoy what you're kind of laying out for them, they'll slow down and think they need to actually take in what each word is. And so I'm just putting that out there as like a warning that you may get some feedback from a reader or a beta reader when you're handing it out to folks if they're not used to that kind of writing or whatever. And so just take that with a grain of salt is all I would say, because now that I've been listening to just readers reading random things and giving feedback, I've found that unless they're really, and kind of what Victoria says, unless they're really used to that kind of language, they may give you some feedback that may not be the best. You know what I'm saying? Or may not serve your story, So stay true to your voice as you write it. You know what I mean? Because for me, I think it worked really well. But I want to see what the other two think. And if they kind of hear or kind of know, especially, Morgan, with your editor ear, if you kind of know what I'm saying with those, where someone, okay. But anyway, so there was that. Then the other thing I would say is on, I thought all of your descriptions were really lush, but I didn't think any of them were excessive. But I do think it could be easy to do that, right? I think
so I went extreme and this is brought back a bit.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I think it would be super easy to go extreme, but I don't think I read it that way so far. Everything I read so far didn't give me like the whoa, I'm getting a little bored with like watching the wall, right? I didn't have that, but I could see how that could happen just having fun creating the world, right? So I did make that note. And then the only other thing I wrote down was I think that you did a great job balancing the descriptive passages with the narrative. And I think that's where the purple will get you, is if one or two of those get out of sync. So for me, whenever I notice it in writing is when the balance of those two things become skewed. So, and usually on the descriptive side or narrative, when one just goes way too heavy. So as long as those two things stay balanced, I think you'll be gold. So those are my little stupid notes on purple as you were reading. So take those or leave them. But those were my quick feedback on purple. Just from, again, the book club thing has been fascinating for just soaking up reader feedback. I'm like, what readers think of narratives and writing and things. It's just interesting. And it's a big one. It's 31 people, which,
Oh, wow.
Wow.
oh yeah. And thankfully it's remote. They're meeting in person for one of them. And I was like, oh, I'll be sick for that one. But the remote discussions are great. But it's just, again, it's fascinating. With that many people, nobody is going to be really well read since we're choosing a different genre every other week. You know what I mean? Like there's just no way. So you're always going to get a vast amount of opinions. And it's really actually been fascinating. So anyway, sorry, that's that. Okay, so each week someone gets to put up, so each department that's joined puts up 3 books and then they vote. So this week is horror. So people put up, you're welcome, Laura. So people put up 3 books and a Qualtrics, and then we vote on them on Friday. And then on Monday, they'll announce the book. And then they give us a little coupon thing through the online library. And so through the school, we get the book downloadable free. And then we'll meet on it in 3 weeks and have our little meeting at night and talk and hang out and talk books.
What are the options this time for horror?
Oh, I gotta get my work email. Hang on, Laura.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I haven't looked at the form yet. I was working today, Laura, in case my boss is watching, and it's merit season. So I was working so hard today. I couldn't be bothered to look at that.
And then Emma mentioned that the letter X doesn't appear in the Welsh alphabet. I don't know for which word.
The name of the town that I made up.
Oh, okay. And apparently quavers are British chips.
Okay.
Okay, Laura. Our options are going to be Bury Your Gaze, Incidents Around the House, and The Haunting of Hill House.
I know all of those.
I know none of those. So I will be choosing the gay one. So
I'm pretty sure that's Chuck Tingle.
Well, it says gay. So I was like, boop, boop.
Yeah, I think that one's Chuck Tingle.
So I don't know which one will win. So I'll let you know on Monday.
It's one of his first serious stories.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll let you know.
You know about Chuck Tingle, right?
I know nothing, Laura. I'm like, I know. About...
He writes ridiculous erotic stories, and like,
okay,
oh
you
my
want to
gosh.
hear what's funny about this? This, by the way, this week is the Dean's. So this is the Dean's choices. So that's what's
so
even.
This
was even funny.
Non-erotic, serious book.
Go, Dr. Blair. Go on. Also drives a Nissan Leaf. Also family. So okay, I get it. I see you, Dr. Blair. I see you. Alrighty. Well, I hope that one wins. And I hope there's a fun scene in it because I cannot wait for 31 of us to discuss that. And somehow not cross a Title IX line. Who knows? So yeah, and then next month, we do have children's coming up though. We have middle grade happening in the week of my birthday. So
are you going to suggest The Glass Witch?
I'm going to suggest 2. So, yes, the sciences, we have the STEM weeks are of September. So I'll get to suggest one of those I'm trying to put in for the middle grade week. Yeah. So, anywho, sorry, I got way off topic.
Sorry.
That was way off topic. Let me get out of my email too so no one thinks I'm online. He's dead. Okay.
Did you say someone's dead?
Me.
Oh,
He told my whole staff I'm dead for the next hour.
I was like, what just happened? What?
I'm dead.
So, do you guys have any tips or tricks on how to not live in your character's head, like internally? And because like my second chapter, the main character, she is dealing with her warden. And so, like, she's the ward of this dude, this priest. And so she is having internal conversations about, like, don't you dare. And then we have the exterior of what's actually going on. But, like, her internal monologue of, like, I hate your guts, man.
So the next chapter is from her point of view?
There's
So
3 POVs.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
The 3 love interests.
you want to, like, what do you mean by not live in her head? Like, not show as much from her, or in the sense of like internally, like while you're writing it, not be in her emotions?
No,
The
I'm not in anybody's emotions.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I think she just means formatting, right? You just mean formatting wise? That's
Like,
what
let me see. Let me scroll.
yeah, and share us.
Okay.
Or just like not too much inner monologue.
Yeah, inner
Right.
monologue.
Mm.
So let me window this one. Okay. So I'm sharing my screen. So this is Josephina, her POV. And it's like, let's see. So I kept my facade of composure in place and turned to look. You hit everything. You hit it all. I missed one. Damnation! And then, like, describing his scent and then, like, never touch my bed again, old man. So I just have these little asides, like, you've already claimed my soul and my future. You can't have any more of me.
I think as long as they're brief, they're okay, right, guys?
Okay.
And I think they serve the story, right? I mean,
like, she's trying to have a facade of, like, I'm the perfect Catholic girl.
Yeah.
But inside, she's like, I am a pagan.
okay.
So, like, I have, don't grit your teeth, soften your jaw, lower your eyes and bow your head, relax your hands. Yes, Father, I understand. So, like, she's coaching herself through things. So, I don't know. Like,
I mean,
I think it serves the story.
right.
And it adds to like that kind of tension between her outside and her inside. So I feel like it's necessary. And like Barrett said, as long as it's brief or as long as it's like split up between like internal outside, and not just like pages of internal thoughts.
Right. It's
But
like interspersed with each other.
Yeah.
I think I always think of, there was a book by Sylvia Plath. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I read in college, and it's about like a descent into mental illness, and the character has inner monologue throughout the story, and obviously we have to see it because it drives the, like Morgan said, it drives the story, right? Because like we're seeing her, like we have to see her version of reality as opposed to like what's actually happening in the novel, right? And so I think as long as I think coming at it from that, like think about it, if I were writing this from your perspective, I would try to look at it from that lens, like, and even if that's not the story, I know Virginia Woolf also would have had one or two probably that would fall in that similar category, where a couple of hers would also have been heavy inner dialogue happening that would have driven the story. So I think it's just finding, and those are just the examples I can think off of my head, but I'm sure there are more modern ones if I got into Goodreads and like really thought about it. But but I think Morgan's right. It's just about figuring out that balance of like, how does the inner dialogue drive the story forward, but not a bit more. Do you know what I mean? But like not one sentence of that inner dialogue more than you need.
Yeah.
Before it will get redundant and boring to the reader. I think it'll get info dumpy. I could be wrong about that, but audience, you guys, feedback on that. But that's as a reader, that's how I usually feel.
It's kind of like Victoria said, that the problem she could see if it reveals too much too soon.
Ooh, yeah.
She actually has amnesia. So part of this is her trying to recover her past. Ooh. The one that I'm worried about revealing too much is the third POV, because he's actually a pagan god possessing a dead body. But the other two characters don't know that until like the midway. And so I'm thinking of being more experimental with his POV and just make it epistolary.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like
try it and change it. I mean, you can always do a little rewrite, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not probably what you want to hear, but
Yeah.
just write it and rewrite it again.
That's what it is.
That'll be fun. But
Because like there's been books like the 5th season where it has one POV that's very different. That one was second POV. So I think it might be okay if I do the third point of view character from a different POV than the other two. But yeah. So his would be more like excerpts of his study notes and his love letters to the other characters and things like that.
See, I think those are easier though on a reader, only because it doesn't. I don't know. For me, those are. I think of those like when I'm reading a cozy, for example. Sometimes they'll have like a note or a. I was reading a cozy that had not a like a. I think it was actually called a suicide, but it was essentially that's what it was, and there was a note involved, and you see the note repeatedly throughout the story a few times, so it would break where you saw different pieces of the note because it was ripped into 3 pieces. But again, I think that doesn't trip readers up in the same way as internal monologue does. At least me, but that could be me as a reader. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's everybody. Just because I think, again, when I think about the cozy, I was solving a mystery in my head on those.
Right.
Where I don't know if that's necessarily the case on this one, where it's driving a narrative. You know, it's a little different. I don't know. Morgan, what do you think? Tiff, what do you think? Tiffany's fighting with AT&T right now. She'll be right back. This message is brought to you by AT&T.
I mean, that's very possible. I think with the diary idea, or like having it written somewhere, you can explore different feelings without saying what those feelings are entailed with. So if you're writing something about, you know, like in the love letters per se, like you're writing the different things, maybe there's hints in there of who the person is or what their agenda is, and that's where maybe you can get into that purple prose where it's so buried in the flowery language of it that people wouldn't necessarily see it, but because it's considered a love letter, they would be like, oh, well, they're trying to be romantic, even though they could be being sinister. I think it's the same reason why people like that TV show You.
Yeah.
You know, even though it's very sinister what he's doing, but it's wrapped up in this idea of, but it's love. And, you know, it's love to the point of obsession type of a conversation. And even though psychologically you should be like, no, this is the person you run away from and you call the police and you go change your locks and you run away, type of an idea. So I think you could get away with that a little bit more with giving that off, but then kind of burying it in that prose. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go through some of the comments. Eva said you could move the POV, so for the second one, out if you didn't want to see her thoughts. Then you have to know show the struggle more, much less telling. So like,
and then like I saw a video lately about how like the show versus tell, how describing like in this author's opinion, like describing the physical reactions is much more modern and overdone, and I don't know.
But I think it's hard in her case to show, because she's not showing any physical reaction, because she's yes, father. She's not doing anything.
Right. It's
all in her thoughts.
So it has to be internal.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I was trying to think of. I mean, that's the thing. I was trying to think of something similar. Did you? Did you ever read Where'd You Go, Bernadette, Laura? No. Okay, that's one that's kind of like that, or has a similar-ish vibe. That's more modern. I'm just trying to think of something modern. You know what I mean? That has a like where the character has to be flat, but in their head something else is happening. Just trying to think of a that would give like an example. I totally agree with this, Victoria. Like if someone ever figures this out, I have several mental illness character stories I'd love to write that instead it's just called my life. So I'll get back to blogging and we'll just do it that way. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look at my Goodreads and think about it and just think on it, because I'm trying to think of like some middle grades. I know there's a couple of them that I'm thinking like, yeah, that had a, but nothing's like jumping out in my brain of like, oh yeah. But anyway, long story short, I think you're on target, and I feel like you're always good about getting feedback, right? You're not one of those writers that's not going to have a beta or not going to have an editor or not going to have somebody else look at it outside of you.
Right.
So someone's going to give you feedback. Most of my feedback was just to make sure that you didn't do the thing, which I know you wouldn't do either, would listen to just one person in the event that maybe the one person wasn't, well versed in dark academia, like a me, right, who read it and was like, oh, I only read one. So that was all I was trying to give feedback. Ted Danson's character. Oh yes, actually. Frankly, Sarah Jessica Parker's character in first season of Sex and the City, because they talk to the camera. Now that I think about it, every character on Sex and the City, because they speak directly, they break the wall the whole first season. So, but that was jarring to me as an audience member. So I don't know if that's a good example. But The Good Place wasn't. I didn't think that was as jarring. Anywho, whatever. I could go down that rabbit hole for years. I definitely are chill and multiple weird POVs. I agree with that. I bet they're more flexible in that. I meant more broad view rather than so close to no thoughts. I agree. Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, I think he was right on about that. Not a reader, but you give great feedback. I don't understand how does that work?
Right.
Tactical. I don't understand. D, you're so funny. On a Thursday, girl.
I had to work on Sunday.
We're glad it's on a day.
Yeah.
If you knew what went in.
Right.
Well, what else can we do?
I think I need to read more Dark Academia. I have a bunch lined up, ready to go, and see how they do interiority.
Give me one so I can read one. I'll read one with you. What's like?
So I have.
I want to read one too.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have The Secret History. I have Bunny. I have Babel.
I have Babel. I haven't read it. But I have it.
Yeah.
Okay, which one is not super
Not
heavy?
chunky. Bunny.
Yeah, Babel.
Bunny.
Which is the lightest?
Yeah.
Give me the middle grade one.
Which is the one that
Oh,
won't
happy anniversary, D. Happy anniversary.
These are the 3 Dark Academias I own.
Ooh, okay. Bunny. Okay, that's the one that looks thin.
Okay, we can read Bunny.
I can do that.
I watched a really good video on
Oh, no.
Dark Academia, and they did like a whole breakdown and then different ones.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I totally thought she was going to say she watched a really good video that told the whole story of Bunny.
No, but Bunny was like one of the ones that was like the epitome. Like, this is a great Dark Academia. You should read it.
It's like, this is the one.
Yeah.
And it's really weird, I've heard.
Yeah.
Oh, it says equality hurts no one. That's what the shirt says. Sorry.
Oh.
Because it just said it is on its way. And I'm like, oh, well, get here.
No,
And
Victoria says
Babel.
I love Babel, but the book does not give any of its characters interiority whatsoever.
Interesting.
Okay.
It looked long, Victoria, and
It is very long.
I don't have
It's a chunky book.
Oh!
It's chunky.
Yeah.
See, I could throw that at my husband and kill him. So,
It's 541 pages.
no, that's a killer right there. That is a killer. A killer of the things. Yeah, I'm excited for you, Laura. I think this is a wiener dog.
Oh. Hello, Roy.
Exciting. We'll keep coming back to us. Hi, Roy.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Hi, Roy.
Way too much time.
Oh,
Unbelievable. Oh.
interesting. That's actually a really good feedback on that story. Wow. Okay. I mean, let me say, anyone who says my main critique is that it is way too much telling, character relationships aren't believable, you can't feel their emotional connection, but I liked it anyway because of the commentary. I'm not going to read 541 pages for the commentary. I'm just saying.
Why not?
I love y'all, but like, I'm going to read a
Probably you're missing out. I don't know. I haven't read it.
Well, no, I know, but I'm like, there's like some actual commentary on like the atomic bomb. There's a book on that nonfiction I want to read that I'm like, I'm going to read some commentary on commentary if I'm going to read 541 pages. But Victoria, I'm going to come to you and say, tell me everything I need to know about Babel. And then you're my person. I'll be like, help me. Help me. I know, is that wrong? But someone's like, I don't know, it's just not for me. And I'm like, ooh, 541? Nick. I'll watch the movie.
Let's see. Bunny is 290. Oh, no. 305.
I can knock that out in a good weekend. So 541 is more than a weekend commitment. And
Yes.
that means I have to somehow work my husband around it. There's like dog involvement. Like it gets much more involved at that point. Now there's a calendar. Like, I don't know. Different level of commitment, Laura.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask, are you going online or are you going on campus?
Online. But it's specific times, so it's like live.
It's like
with
live.
the professor.
Nice. That's going to be fun. So
Wednesdays
like,
and Thursdays.
are they going to like shoot you, hey, so is it going to be free write some nights and then they're going to shoot you like, hey, here's a prompt. Like you don't even know. Like what do you know?
I have no idea.
Even better. It's like
The
a
first
blind
one.
date.
Yeah.
Like a
The
grinder
first
hookup.
class. Where did my tab go? There it is.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Ooh,
Make
thank
me
you.
relog back in. Come on.
And to anyone else out there that is in higher education in the United States, be patient with your financial aid. Everyone's having trouble right now because the Department of Education had 2/3 of their staff gutted recently. And so we're all having trouble getting our financial aid to our students. Please be patient. And thank you for living in America.
So my creative writing introduction class says if you're just getting started as a writer and haven't decided on a literary direction, this course gives you opportunity to try a number of different genres. Half of each class is devoted to a workshop where constructive and supportive feedback will help you focus, polish, and deepen your writing. The other half is devoted to discussing an aspect of literary technique such as character setting, plot, point of view, structures, or revision.
Okay, this just sounds like fun in general. I'm just going to do one of these because I get tuition remission at work. When I finish my actual degree, I'm going to do one of these just for fun, I think.
Nice.
Like, why would you not? That
The
sounds
other
like
one
workshops.
is writing the novel. And
Oh,
it says, if you want to write a novel but have no idea how to begin, this course will help you get going. You'll review literary techniques with respect to the novel and spend lots of time writing and reading to help you discover your own style. We'll cover basic skills, tips, and techniques to improve and polish your writing. By the end of the course, you'll have written and edited the opening of your novel.
Oh, opening. Okay, fine. Can do. I thought I was going to write
the whole novel.
like, woo. Going to need to back out of that class. Going to need to unsubscribe.
So it says, understand the basic skills and techniques for writing prose fiction, develop and refine your own writing style, analyze the methods and styles of writers you admire, write and edit the opening of a novel.
Nice. Okay, cool. All right. I'm excited for you, Laura. Keep us posted. Tell us all the things.
Okay.
But what if
Are
you
you gonna
already
do some
had
bids?
the opening of your novel?
You can write some new novels. Hi, Chunk. What's going on?
Like the one I just shared?
Yeah, because I was like, you already have the opening. You know what you're
I do.
I need to go potty.
We'll see.
We'll go do potties. It's almost time. I know. We'll go potty. You're a good girl.
All right.
I got therapy.
Yeah.
Oh, we love you all.
Thank you, Dara.
Yay!
Thank you for having me.
We love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Okay, and then we'll wrap up. This is the
Okay.
writer's room.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Our next one is in September sometime.
Yep. And we're going to have someone maybe.
On someone's channel.
Someone's channel on some day.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you should just subscribe to all of us and then turn all your notifications on, and then you'll know when we go live,
Either.
when we post videos. If that happens, you'll know.
You'll know things.
Plus, we're all pretty fun, I think.
Oh,
So, yeah.
great fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All
'Cause
right.
you can't see, but I'm dancing.
Ooh, ooh.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
girl.
I'm going to end stream. I don't have an outro video, so we're just going to wave.
I'm doing that too.
Bye.
Bye.